Time to finally share my finished recipe book using Cartabella's Country Kitchen collection, which is just absolutely beautiful, very colorful. Love the papers. Um, I made a fold-over cover for it, and on the front I used the lace from Country Craft Creations, the seam binding in yellow, green, and red, with the little buttons that I received in my design team kit. Used stickers and put them onto cardstock to make my front of the cover. The spine are just covered in paper. I kept them simple, and that it's a recipe book. And magnetic closures, and open it up and open it to, on the front cover is a waterfall, uh, using all the different papers from the collection. Added some of the tags and in it to hold the recipe cards. Again here as well. Well, maybe right there. Here's another one. Beautiful paper. The colors are just gorgeous. And another one right there. Another one right there. So lots of room for lots of recipes. That's magnetically closed. Then the book is consisted of 2 pages, which is going to hold quite a few of your recipes. So these are pockets to hold your recipe cards in. Each one on the front and the bottom. And again, a waterfall effect that's held together with magnetics. Fun paper. Yeah, right there. And then you can, on this one, you can just actually put your recipes there. Pull out tab, which is going to hold quite a few recipes on it, for a side pocket. And then the other side is actually a pocket, a side pocket. So that's going to hold your newspaper clipping recipes, your magazine recipes. Next page is the same. Again, just a waterfall of recipe holders. And then again, the side pocket. The back one again is a waterfall. Paper here. With some tags to hold your recipe cards. Using the ephemera pack or stickers or fun paper again. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 layers to each side of my waterfall. So that's going to give you 36 areas for recipes on the waterfall. The 2 pockets that are going to hold quite a few. And then there is there's 4 flaps. So that's going to give you 8, 9, and 10. So that's 16, 18 on each page. So, took me a while to get this finished, and I apologize for the wait on this. After the walkthrough, you will see my tutorial for how to create the album itself. The pages are 8 by 8, and my spine with the closure equals about 8 3/4 wide by 8 3/4 width as well. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye. Hi, everyone. All right, let's make the cover for our Cartabella Country Kitchen recipe album. And to start with, my album's going to be 8.5 by 8.5. And then I'm also going to have a flap over on my album for closure. So what I did was I cut 2 pieces of chipboard, 8.5 by 8.5. One piece by 3 inches by 8.5, and then my spine will be 1 3/4 by 8.5. So it's not going to be a real thick book, but it's going to hold lots of photos. So to begin with, I went ahead and I got 3 pieces of my artesian cardstock. I cut it at 10.5 by 12, giving me an inch on each on the width. So my chipboard's 8.5, so I made it 10.5, giving me 2 extra inches. So I've got an inch on each side. So let's start. So to begin with, I need to join my pages to paper together using our 1/4 score tape. I'm just going to go ahead and put these on all of them. Now I do, when I say I double layer my score tape when I do this, so I know that it's stick. It will not come undone. So let me go ahead and get my So I've got score tape here, I've got score tape on this side, so I just kind of mesh them together like this. Okay. And then I'm going to do this one as well to add my third piece on. And I know I'm not going to use all of my the width of the third piece, but I still go ahead and cut it just like I normally cut, like the other two, by 10.5 by 12, and then I will cut off the excess paper. Now what I do, this is something that I just do to help me guide. Give me that 1-inch guide is on one side. I just score it all the way down on 1 inch. And it allows me to go over. Set that over to the side. Now for my chipboard, I am going to be using my score tape sheets. I love them, and they're the quickest and easiest thing to use. So these are 8.5 by 11, so I just need to cut one down to 8.5. And I do go like 1/16 less than 8.5 to give me room. See how quick and easy that is? Love my sheets. Score tape sheets. Just absolutely love them. Those are done. Let's go ahead and move over to here. Just taking what's left. Now this one I will just go ahead and use a piece of my 1/4 inch tape on that. And then I'm going to cut that one down. Now we need it 1 3/4. I got an air bubble in there. Okay. Now, let's cut this out. So, I know I want this to be on the seam. I want this one to be on the seam, but this one, wrong one. So this way, and this way. So I'm going to have a little extra on this side. I don't know if you can see that. So I'm going to have it a little more than an inch on this side, which is okay. I can cut that off. I want this more in the middle. And so I'm going to move this over a little bit. And then this one I want is also as much in the middle as possible. So yes, there's a lot of paper over on this side that I don't need. But that's what happens. So in order to be able to get this on there where it's going to be able to lay on the seam. So what I do is, you know what? I am missing a piece. I need another 1 1/4. Or, yeah, 1 3/4 for this. Yeah. Okay. Let's see, did I not cut it? Nope, there it is. There it is, right there. So, started to mess up already. That would not have been good. I'm just going to use my 3/4 on this one and my 1/4. Okay. So let me remeasure this again. Alright, so I know I want that one there. This is going to go here. So that's not going to work. Okay, let's do it this way. Move that over. Move this over. Yeah, I may have to do it this way. Okay, we're going to do it this way. So, alright, so let me start with this piece first. And again, my boards are 8.5 by 8.5, so it doesn't matter which way I put it on here. I'm just going to line it up to my score line that I made for myself to give me that inch on the bottom and to keep it straight. And this right up here. Even with using my score line, I went over. I went past the line, so I'm not even on the bottom, but I'm trying to keep the chipboardies and even so it doesn't look like it's going like this. A wave in my bottom, so. Alright. My scraps there. And then what I do is I just use my cutter, line this up in here to be at an inch. Cut that off. Turn it around and do it on the other side. what I'm going to fold the edges over. So, all I'm doing here is I'm taking that score line, because I went below the score line, and I'm just kind of removing that edge, the crease there. Sorry. Again, just turning over the sides, the edges. So I have a nice, smooth crease along my, and then what I'm, by doing that, it's giving me my, I don't know if you can see this, but it's giving me my score line here and here. So now I can go ahead and trim out my corners. I have my score tape. I'm just removing all my tape backing. Okay. I have to do it all at one time. That way I don't have to stop. Now what I'm going to do is take my art glitter glue and just run a small bead right next to what this glue does, by adding the glue there, it softens the fibers of your paper to be more bendable, less likely to tear or crack. And I'm not using a whole lot, I'm just using a very thin line, just running it a little right next to the chipboard. Okay. Now I'm just going to gently work my fold over. And right here where the seam is, I just kind of gently go over it and make sure that it is more softer and pliable, so when I go to bend it, it's not going to crack on me. Because sometimes I have with other paper, that is the area where I have a tendency it cracks. But not with artesian paper. This paper is fantastic. Okay, I'm going to do my corners. And I cut that one a little bit too short. My edges are showing, but that's all right. Alright, so there is my book. Some magnets. I'm going to be using the basic gray magnets that Candy sells in her store. These are the only magnets I use, and I love them. Not ever had any problems with them. So I'm going to use 3. I knew that was going to happen. Alright. So, go. Yeah. So, I'll cut these down. These are 2 extra pieces I have. Let me cut these down to 8 and 3/8. And then I'm going to take another piece as well and put it down to 8 and 3/8. I don't need a big piece, I just need a smaller piece to fit. So this is going to go here. There. See, I just don't need, I need just a wee bit. Put this one right here. Making sure all the tape's turned over on the end. Alright. So now the way I do mine is I always do my tape this way on these ends, but then in the middle I always go down that way. Or I'm sorry, I go across. So that way when you're putting this on, the tape, your tape is going to actually grab in between these groups here, the open spaces. So. And I don't cover it all. I just now for my albums, I do use score tape. I do not use art glitter glue. I love the glitter glue, but I'm just not good with using glue in the larger areas. And so I find that I like the look a lot better using the score tape. So let's start on this end here. Oops. Guess it don't help when I hit the camera. Now that's a nice clean thread right there. Okay. Do the other side. And there is my cover. all ready to fill with my hinge and my pages, and then decorate the inside and the outside. Quick and easy. Okay, we'll be back to show you the finished album in just a few minutes. Okay, let's start on the pages for our Carta Bella Country Kitchen album. So for my pages, you're going to need 2 of everything I'm showing you. So I will walk you through this. But so you're going to need 2 9 by 8, 2 of those, and then 2 8 by 8s for your base page. And on the 9 by 8, you're going to score at a 1/2 inch along the 9-inch long, score a 1/2 inch and a 1/2 inch. So I'm scoring at a 1/2 inch, and I'm scoring again at 8.5 inches. Okay. Now on this one, I am going to miter my corners on one end. Now take your 8 by 8, and we're going to adhere the 8 to 8, 8 by 8 to the scored 9 by 8 sheet. And I'm going to use my art glitter glue to adhere my pages together. Just line them up, edge to edge, and then the other side as well. The edge that I mitered my corners will be my outside edge. This one will go to my hinge. Okay, so you do need 2 of those. So, okay, then make 2 of these pages, and then you're going to cut a 9 by 8 sheet of paper, and you're going to just cut it and put it in your cutter. So this is when, say this was a 9 by 8, and what I do is I just edge to edge and cut it down the middle, so I get 2. All right, and this is going to be a corner pocket, and this is going to be on the back side. You want to take this, and I did use a border punch on mine. Put it in on your score pad, and you want to score it at 1/2 inch, and then another 1/2 inch this way. So I'm mitering the corner there. I'm also mitering the corner this way. As well. Okay, and this is your front. This is the side that's going on your hinge. This is your front. Flip it over, and then you're going to put this one right here. This is actually going to be your back page. All right, so we got that one done. We'll finish that up here in a minute. Next, you want to cut 16 6.5 by 4 inch pieces, and you're going to score each one of these at along the 6.5 by 4 inches, and you're going to score it along the 6.5 at a 1/2 inch. And what we're doing is we're making our first page. So our first page is actually going to be your horizontal waterfall. And you're going to have 2 of them. So you're going to need 8 for each page, so you need a total of 16. So go ahead and score all your 6.5 by 4s. Fold over your score, and I already scored mine, so you didn't have to sit here and watch me score a bunch of sheets of paper. Again, these are 6.5 by 4, and you're going to score it at a 1/2 inch along the 6.5 inch side. And we're going to line these up. So I'm just adding glue onto my edge of my fold on my scorer. And I'm going to put this at the bottom one and line it up on the bottom here to the side here. And then I'm going to add the next one. And again, I'm using all art glitter glue to adhere everything down. And again, lining it up to be even with the bottom and matching up against that. Okay. Four on the bottom, and you're going to do 4 on the top. Okay. Now, on the top ones, you can make them go the opposite direction if you want. I didn't. I made mine all go the same. And I'm going to do the same on this page as well. Keep it uniform. And just line it up. On the edge. Okay. Take this one off. I'm just wondering if I measured these right, because it's not fitting on here right for some reason. Of course, because I'm filming. cut them straight, they should fit on there. Obviously, I didn't cut them straight, so I'm going to go back and redo these real quick. Now, let's see if I have them exactly at 4 inches, they will fit. Let's try this again. Okay. Yeah, there I go. And the next one. Okay. And I'm going to add a magnet on each one of these. Flip it over and go ahead and get your side pocket. And I'm going to see how mine, I don't know if you can see that, it folds over onto that. So I'm going to come over so it has less bulk there. And I'm just going to crop it down a little bit more. So that way it lays flat. And I have a better fit for my corner. And I already see what I have here. I have an issue here. And didn't crop it enough, so it hides it over here. And there you go. Now you've got your page done. And I will show you what the other one looked like once I had it. So you're going to make two. Again, this is a 2-page album. It's going to hold almost 100, over 90 recipes. So here's your front page with your flaps. Okay, your waterfall. And you flip it over and there's your side pocket. Now, on these, you're also going to need to cut 16 of the 1.5 by 7 strips, and these are going to be your pockets. And then you're going to score it at 1/2 inch, and then rotate it 1/2 inch and 1/2 inch. And you're going to make your little pocket to hold your recipe card. So what it does is it gives you a 1 inch, but it allows you to put your recipes in there and not fall out. And you're going to do this on the top and the bottom ones. I have to go ahead and score these real quick so I can get them done. So they're 1.5 by 7, score it a half, rotate it, score, and they're 6 and a nice. 6.5, 6.5, and then 1.5. That was not my. This one I should not have scored. That one's for my other page. And I need 6 more of these. I had total 8. There's 5. Okay, good at hitting that up. Alright. Need to cut one more. Oh. One and a half by 7. So all I'm doing is mitering my corner. Alright. This way. Line it up. And we'll do the bottom ones now. Okay, then we got your 2 pages done. So when it goes in your book, you're going to have this one. You'll have this one, and then you'll have a back page there. Okay, the next one is for the inside, front and back cover. And we're going to make the waterfall going down. So, and this one, we're going to need, how many I need? 2, 4, 6. I'm going to need 8 of these as well, so that's going to be another 16. And your base is going to be 8 by 6 1/4. And then you're going to need 8 of your pieces of paper that are going to be 4 3/4 by 6 1/4. And you want to score them at 1/2 inch at the top along the 6 1/4 inch side. I'm going to go ahead and fold my scores. And again, you're going to need a total of 16 to make 2 of these. I'm showing you how to do 1 because I've already done 1. 6, 7, and 8. Add your glue to your fold, your score fold. I move this sideways so I can line it up easier for me. So I'm going to line it match it up to the top and make sure the sides are even and straight. And again, matching the next one up to make sure that their sides are matching the side. There's 4 of them. Okay. And the last of them. You're going to cut a piece of 1.5 by 6 1/4, and you want to score it at 1/2 inch. You want to add fold your score over, but you're going to add your glue or your adhesive to the inside. And match it up on the bottom. Line it up to where you want it in the middle. And yeah. I will be using my corner punch on that. I just want to go ahead and put my magnet down. Find my score tape here. And there we go. We are done. So you should have one for the front, and one for the back, and then your 2 pages. Each one of these are going to hold 2, 4, 6, 8, 2, 4, 6, 8, 9, 18, 36, and then you figure your pockets are going to hold some, and then you've got 2, 4, 6, 8, another 36, so that's what, 72 right there. So about 80 I'd say 80 recipes total. Probably told you on the other one about 100, but it's more like 80, which is a nice size recipe book for something this big, to hold 80 recipes, or as many as you can put in there. So, okay. Once I finish up decorating, I'll bring it back. Oh, I do want to show you how to do the hinge. So, the hinge is only 2 hinges. And what I did was I already made my hinge, so I'm going to recreate it here for you. So I cut a piece of paper, a cardstock that's 6.5 by 7 7/8, because our pages are 8 inches, so I want it just 1/16 less than the page. So 6.5 by 7 7/8. I'm going to score it at 1.5. I'm going to score it at 2. I'm going to score it at 2.5, 3, 3.5, 4, 4.5, and 5. Okay. So I'm going to fold over that edge here. This. What I'm going to go ahead and make it, because it's just going to be easier for me to show you how to do it. So I put, starting over here, I put my score tape on. Skip 2 and add a score tape, piece of score tape. Skip 2 and add a piece of score tape. So, okay, so I'm going to remove my score tape. Okay, so I've got 1, 2, and then the score tape. So I'm going to take the second ½ inch, fold it over onto the score tape. And then I'm going to take this one and fold it back. Okay, and then there's my first hinge. I'm going to remove the score tape on the next one. Then again, I've got 1, 2. I'm going to take the second one and fold it on top of the score tape. Fold this one back. And I've got my, and then pull this one up. So I've got my 2 hinges. Fold this over, and you fold that over, and you're going to put tape on here now. You're going to tape all this down, so that's flat, and there you have your 2 hinge ones with a ½ inch in between to allow room for your recipe, for bulk, alright, when you add your recipes. So it's a 2 hinge. And there's my hinges. Alright, I'll see you back once I do the final review on my finished album. Thanks again for watching. Bye-bye.